and welcome to our
tutorial on the structure of alcohol.
I'm Hayley.
And I'm Torri.
Hope you enjoy!
Woo!
An alcohol is a compound with a hydroxide bonded to a non-aromatic or alkyl carbon. This is depicted here with the organic group R attached to the hydroxyl group. Alcohols exist in three different structures in nature. The first one is called the primary structure. The second is called secondary structure. And the third is called the tertiary structure.
The primary alcohol is where the carbon atom carrying the OH group is attached to one other carbon atom. The letter R is a symbol that represents a hydrocarbon. And in order to fulfill the octet rule, we fill in with two H's.
An example of a primary alcohol is ethanol, and we're going to draw it so we can identify primary alcohols in general. So with ethanol, the parent chain is going to have two carbon atoms, and it doesn't matter which one we attach to because there's only two, the OH at least. So we put the OH, and then we'll add the hydrogen atoms. And we know that this is a primary alcohol because alkyl carbon just has one of the R groups attached to it. So this is an R group here. Just one attached to that with the OH and the two other hydrogens.
For those whose Friday nights get a little crazy, ethanol is your friend as it's the principal type of alcohol found in many adult beverages. The secondary alcohol is where the carbon atom carrying the OH group is attached to two other carbon atoms. And the prime or the double prime symbol is added to the R to distinguish between functional groups connected to this carbon atom. Using these symbols tells us that the functional group may be the same or different. And once again, in order to fulfill the octet rule, we add an H to the carbon atom.
An example of a secondary alcohol is 2-propanol. I'm going to draw it for us so we can see. So with propanol, you know that the parent chain is going to have 3 carbons. So we're going to draw 3 carbons. And since it's 2, the alcohol will be here. And we're going to add all of our hydrogen atoms. And we know that this is a secondary alcohol because you have the alkyl carbon that's attached to the OH has 2 R groups. Here's one over here, and 2 over here, and then just attached to one hydrogen atom. And in the real world, 2-propanol, also known as isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol, has disinfectant properties and is used as an antiseptic. It can be also applied on the patient's skin in a hospital setting to help reduce their high fever through its evaporation.
Tertiary alcohol is where the carbon atom that is carrying the OH group is attached to 3 other carbon atoms.
R, R prime, and R double prime.
Yeah.
An example of a tertiary alcohol is 2-methylpropanol. We start by drawing the parent chain, which is here. So we have 3-propanol, that'll have 3 carbons here. And then it is, the alcohol is on the second carbon, so we're going to put that here. And then we see that there is a methyl group off of the second one, so the second carbon. I'm going to put that here, and then we'll add our hydrogens. And we know that this is a tertiary alcohol because we have the alkyl carbon, which is right here, attached to 3 of the alkyl groups. So we have one here, the R groups, one here, and one here. In real life, 2-methyl 2-propanol, also known as T-butyl alcohol, is sometimes used as a chemical paint remover to take off certain types of finishes. These are the three structures of alcohols. Click pause to work on this problem. Option C is the answer to this question because it has two alkyl groups connected to the alkyl carbon. Option A cannot be the answer to this question because it has three alkyl groups attached to the alkyl carbon. Therefore, it is a tertiary alcohol. And option B cannot be the answer to this question because it has one alkyl group attached to the alkyl carbon. This means that option B is a primary alcohol.
Thanks for watching!